Markquis Nowell is a dog. I'm telling you right now. He made his summer league debut, and listen, he dropped 17 big buckets. We all know he came out with 5 assists. This man was wheeling and dealing it. I'm telling you. Went out there and grabbed a handful of rebounds. This man shot 50% from the field, 66.7% from 3. Did you hear what I just said, ladies and gentlemen? Did you hear what I just said? You know, this is Markquis Nowell. 4 made 3 balls. This guy right here played spectacular. You understand? Alongside of Grady. We all know Grady, the top pick, the one who actually went in the lottery. But Markquis Nowell, Mr. New York City. I told the people that Markquis Nowell was going to put on for New York. He had the whole New York City behind him, and he electrified on the grandest stage of Summer League. I'm telling you, got players, number 2 picks, all kind of lottery picks. They don't know what the hell to do. I mean, seriously, it just makes absolutely no goddamn sense whatsoever, in my humble opinion. And homage will be paid. Mr. New York City balled out, and they did, take a loss tonight, unfortunately. But nonetheless, individually, he played well. Right away, I seen aggressive play from Markquis Nowell, and he had a no-back-down attitude. We all know it's heart over height, and a lot of these guys, they try to implement this with Markquis Nowell because he's a very physical point guard. He gets to the point, you understand? So everybody not, feeling the swagger of Mr. Markquis. But it is what it is. You seen him get up in dude face, big man, too. He got all up in his face, clearly wasn't scared. Markquis Nowell outplayed Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry was the pick for the Chicago Bulls a season ago. So this is spectacular for a guy who went undrafted. Clearly, this man should have been drafted. The only reason why he wasn't drafted was because of his height. And that's an unfortunate situation, and change must come, because this cannot continue for guys like this to get snubbed. I'm telling you, he have a whole lot of experience. He spent extensive time in college. You understand? I think it was 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, he played. So this guy, Markquis Nowell, clearly, because he had a transfer, he clearly has the experience of running point, you understand, and controlling men, you understand, putting men in the right positions to win, and you've seen him do that. In the beginning, they kind of got a little away, but once they gave the ball to Markquis Nowell, the tide started shifting. They started, taking control of this game. Somewhere down the line, the game just slipped up out of their hands. I don't know what's going on. But the Bulls did win 83-74. If anybody want to see the electrifying Markquis Nowell, Mr. New York City, you will have that opportunity, y'all, this Sunday against the Cleveland Cavaliers at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss it. I'm telling you. Y'all better get with the program. Markquis Nowell electrified all throughout the tournament, and he's picking up right where he left off. I'm telling you, he's out with a tear, to show people that he should have been drafted. And it's going to be very hard. The way that Markquis is operating right now, scoring all of the points on the team, getting guys involved, it's going to be very hard for the Toronto Raptors to think that they're going to send him to the G League and sit there for an extensive period of time. Markquis Nowell, his heart won't allow him to sit in the G League for an extensive period of time. It's only a matter of time before this man gets on that active roster. I'm telling you, he is the replacement to my man, Fred VanVleet. They lost Fred VanVleet, but they gained, a man in this guy right here. This dude is electrifying, man. That's all I'm going to let the people know. Markquis Nowell is electric, and I love what I'm seeing from Markquis Nowell. I just do. A spectacular, talented player. You can't ask for nothing more from a player of this caliber. He played 29 minutes tonight, nearly 30 minutes, and did all of this. Seriously, I knew that they was going to start him. I didn't even have no indication. They didn't say anything. Some of the practices kind of was under wraps. They didn't really show too much of what was going on, throughout this process for whatever reason. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Markquis balled out, man. That's all I could that's all I could tell you, man. I am just ecstatic for what's to come for him. You know, how he could build off summer league into training camp, into the regular season. I think that he's in a great spot. Also, playing alongside of Grady is going to be helpful. Mind you, we didn't even get to Grady tonight. He had 10 points tonight. He shot, he didn't have the best percentage. The defense clearly was shifted his way. He only shot 25% from the field and 22% from three-point range. You know, he got to the line, you know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So did Markquis. So, I mean, these two are going to establish some sort of a chemistry playing in the backcourt together. You understand? I like that, how they got them in the backcourt together, Keese and Grady. They are a great 1-2 punch. They just got to figure it out a little bit more. But they must keep the ball in Markquis Nowell's hands. I know it's summer league. People want to get off. They got, you know, everybody's trying to establish themselves with the organization. But it's paramount for the Toronto Raptors to keep the ball with Markquis due to his electrifying point guard abilities. You know, that was already established a long time ago. You understand? Markquis Nowell is literally, like I said, no joke. And everybody that know Mr. New York City from Harlem, New York, knows that this is not some anomaly. You know, this is not, you know, a one-off. This shit gonna continue because it's heart over height. And this man is determined to get in the league. You know, I remember before the draft process, they kept bringing up his big assist game, you know, in the tournament. Oh, man, they keep talking about what you did. They keep talking. And he kept trying to explain to him, like, yo, listen, man, I'm trying to kind of moving away from all that. I just want to, you know, get to this and that. You know, that's kind of what he was alluding to. You know, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Has bigger goals than what happened previously. And that's what I love about Markquis Nowell. You know, ultra talented guard, you know, ultra. You know, I think that the sky's the limit for him and the Raptors. I think they need to go in this youth movement. Mind you, Scotty Barnes, we're going to get all into all of that. But they saw that. They saw that. And I'm going to allude to that on our next situation. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports TV for more Markquis Nowell news, updates, and more. You know, because, like I said, this is truly, truly spectacular for what Markquis is doing right now. You know, I am not shocked at the littlest, you know, at what we just witnessed. You know, man, this is only the beginning, y'all. You know, more dominant efforts are in store for the people. More dominating efforts. That's all I can let the people know. People will dominate. Man, it's gonna be an electrifying, you know, summer league off the back of guys like this. You know, this putting big time onus on organizations. How could a guy like this get undrafted? How could this happen? How? You know, of this magnitude. This was a big miss, you know, by scouts. And the evaluation process. Obviously, defensively, we know. We'll get to that later. But we're going to leave it at that, man. Markquis Nowell dominates tonight. Arguably the best player on the floor, you know, for both teams. You know, peace and love. It's Flight Sports.